No. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. You may remember from our last video we had just managed to get the engine out of the chassis. So you'll see behind me it's still on the floor where we left it. Today we're going to try and separate the gearbox from the engine.
And once we've done that, we've got to carry on working on stripping that chassis back. We plan to get it galvanized so that we can achieve what we said we wanted to do, which is reliability. So there's got to be a fuel tank coming off, feed and return pipes, and basically anything else that's on there. So let's get cracking.
Okay guys, so we managed to get the gearbox separated from the engine. We had a look online and there weren't many videos or no videos of a R380 gearbox coming off a TD5 engine. So we thought this would be quite a useful point to talk about this for anyone who wants to take it off. So you've got a number of bolts which run around the outside of the bell housing, which we showed you. There were two that we were missing. One's came through this dowel here, and one through here, and they're much longer bolts, so those two come off. The one that we didn't realise and was causing us issue is this tiny little 8mm here, which goes through the plate that sits on here, that plate there.
This plate.
And that you actually do have to take out because the plate itself is attached to the front of the engine behind the clutch, and we didn't really realise that because we could see our separation point and didn't think that would do anything. But without taking that little 8mm out, you will not be able to separate them. Once all those bolts are out, it came off very, very easily. Then we took the clutch off. Clutch is there, flywheel's there. So the clutch was just, I think, 8 little nuts around the edge, and then just sort of separated off. And then the flywheel is attached to the crank in the middle here. And you need to get on the other end, at the fan end of that, hold it in place while someone cracks off the nuts here.
Right, so to split the bell housing from the gearbox, there's just 6 bolts. You need a 15mm socket, and once you crack them off, I'd recommend using a wrecking bar to crack them off because they're pretty tight. But once they're off, then we should be able to split it. Got a couple left. Right, so we've had a bit of a tidy up. We've got the engine and gearbox off, engine onto the mount, and the bell housing split from the gearbox. Next up, what we're going to try and do is strip the chassis back even further. We've got a whole load of loom which is still stuck inside and outside of it. We need to start clearing that off as a priority. That's our plan for today. Right then guys, so we've just pulled the loom that runs all the way down the chassis out, and I'm just going to show you the points where you need to disconnect. So what we've got is the loom runs, you can't see it, we've taken it out, but it essentially runs over to the rear light over here, connection on the fuel pump, and then over here where if you've got a tow hookup, then there's a cable which you can disconnect from here over on the right rear quarter. Then the loom was down in there and it ran all the way along the chassis and in through this hole here. So once it's all disconnected, we just pulled it through and it came up. Thanks for watching guys. We're going to call it a day there. We didn't manage to take all the parts off the chassis that we wanted to, but we're going to carry on that in our next video. So please come back and watch that. If you have any comments or anything that you'd like us to focus on in the next video, then please leave them below.
And as always guys, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and for more regular updates, check out our Instagram.
Cheers.
Cheers.